Ravencroft, a town where time seemed to drift by, slow and undisturbed, like fallen leaves in a forgotten corner of the woods. Nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering pines, it was the kind of place where everyone knew your name, for better or for worse. Emily Carson, with her infectious laughter and heart as warm as a summer's day, was one of those people everyone knew. She was the kind of woman who brought sunshine wherever she went, a stark contrast to the unsettling darkness that was about to engulf Ravencroft. Emily and Daniel Carson were the epitome of a love story. High school sweethearts, they had navigated life's twists and turns hand in hand, their love a beacon of warmth in a world that often felt cold. Their laughter echoed through their cozy cottage on the edge of town, a testament to their shared joy. But fate, as it often does, had a cruel twist in store, one that would shroud Ravencroft in a blanket of unease. The air was thick with the smell of damp earth and the promise of rain on that eerie Friday evening. Emily had promised Daniel a special dinner, a celebration of their upcoming anniversary. A single flickering candle cast long shadows on the wall as Daniel paced the length of their living room, his heart pounding a frantic rhythm against his ribs. Emily was late, uncharacteristically late. He tried her cell phone, the ringing tone grating on his nerves with each unanswered call. A knot of dread tightened in his gut. Something was wrong, deeply wrong. He scoured their small home, his mind a whirlwind of terrifying possibilities. Her purse, her keys, her favorite scarf, all were gone. The silence in the house was deafening, broken only by the frantic thumping of his own heart. Emily was gone. The police arrived, their faces grim, their questions sharp and probing. Daniel, his voice hoarse with worry, recounted the events of the day, clinging to the hope that Emily was just delayed, that she would walk through the door any minute, her laughter chasing away the nightmare that had taken hold. But as the hours ticked by, hope began to dwindle. The search parties came back empty-handed, their faces etched with a mixture of concern and confusion. The townsfolk, their initial shock giving way to suspicion, gathered in hushed groups, their whispers like the rustle of dead leaves in the wind. Rumors swirled through Ravencroft like a virus. Had Emily run off? Was there a lover? Or had something more sinister transpired in their seemingly idyllic town? The investigation dragged on, days bleeding into weeks. Leads ran cold, evidence was non-existent. The police, their initial enthusiasm waning, began to treat Emily's disappearance as a missing persons case, their tone implying that she had left of her own volition. But Daniel refused to believe it. Emily wouldn't leave him, not without a word, not without a trace. He spent his days retracing her steps, his nights haunted by nightmares of her terrified face, her voice calling out to him from the darkness. The cheerful facade of Ravencroft had crumbled, revealing the cracks beneath. The once familiar faces of his neighbors now seemed to hold a flicker of doubt, their eyes filled with unspoken accusations. The arrival of Claire Hart, a journalist known for her tenacity and her knack for uncovering the truth, sent a fresh wave of unease through Ravencroft. She had received an anonymous tip, a faded photograph, and a handwritten note. Emily's disappearance is not the first. Look closer. The note hinted at a connection between Emily's vanishing and a string of unsolved disappearances in the area, cases that had long been dismissed, forgotten. Claire, with her sharp wit and her unwavering determination, was like a bloodhound on the scent, sniffing out inconsistencies, digging up long-buried secrets. Her arrival breathed new life into the investigation, but it also threatened to unravel the carefully constructed facade of Ravencroft, exposing the darkness that lurked beneath its charming exterior. As Claire delved deeper into the murky past of Ravencroft, she uncovered a tangled web of lies, betrayals, and long-held grudges. The town's history was steeped in whispers of strange occurrences, unexplained incidents that had been conveniently swept under the rug. The townsfolk, their faces tight with a mixture of fear and resentment, seemed reluctant to talk, their silence speaking volumes. They clung to their secrets like life rafts, their eyes darting nervously towards the woods that bordered the town, the woods where shadows danced and secrets whispered on the wind. The air grew thick with unspoken truths, the weight of the past pressing down on the present. Claire, undeterred by the wall of silence, pieced together the fragments of information. her intuition telling her that the truth lay hidden in plain sight. She studied the old case files, her brow furrowed in concentration. The disappearances, though spread out over years, shared a chilling similarity. They all occurred around the same time of year, and each victim had vanished without a trace. The town held its breath, the tension crackling in the air like static electricity. The once peaceful community was now a breeding ground for suspicion and paranoia, each resident eyeing the other with a mixture of distrust and fear. The truth, Claire knew, was out there, buried beneath layers of deceit and denial. The investigation took a shocking turn when evidence pointed to a suspect, someone close to Emily, someone who had been there all along, their grief a carefully constructed facade. The revelation sent shockwaves through the town, shattering the fragile peace that had settled over Ravencroft. Could someone they knew, someone they trusted, be capable of such a heinous act? The arrest sent the town into a frenzy, the whispers reaching fever pitch. But even as the legal wheels turned, a nagging doubt persisted. Was the right person in custody? Or was this just another layer of deception in a town built on secrets? The truth, it seemed, was as elusive as ever, shrouded in the mist that clung to Ravencroft like a curse. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the town, Claire stood at the edge of the woods, the air thick with the smell of pine needles and damp earth. The wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it the secrets of Ravencroft. She could feel the weight of unseen eyes upon her, watching, waiting. The truth was out there, somewhere in the darkness, waiting to be uncovered. Taking a deep breath, she stepped into the woods, the undergrowth crunching beneath her feet. The mist swirled around her, obscuring her vision, but she pressed on, drawn deeper into the heart of the mystery. The disappearance of Emily Carson was just the beginning. Ravencroft held its breath, bracing itself for the truth, no matter how unsettling it might be. The search for answers had only just begun.